Good morning, children. This morning session is dedicated to class 11, and we are doing poem number 3, The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman. Yeah, the poem written by Walt Whitman presents a dialogue between the poet and the rain. It's a conversation between the poet and the rain itself. The poet asks, you know, the rain who she is, and quite strangely, the rain gives an answer. The rain herself gives her introduction. The poet translates the answer given by the rain in his own language for the benefit of the reader. The rain is the poem of the earth. It falls on the earth quite musically in the form of song, and that is why the rain calls itself the poem of the earth. She rises up from the land and bottomless sea. It goes higher and higher into the sky in the form of water vapor. Then it condenses and forms the water droplets, and eventually it falls on the earth, that is its origin, once again in the form of shower. So, the complete cycle of the rain is like this. The rain rises out of the land and the bottomless sea. It goes higher into the sky in the form of water vapor. There it condenses into water droplets and eventually falls on the earth, that is its origin. So that is how the rain completes its cycle. That is the real form, that is the water. The rain falls on the droughts and washes away dust and impurities of the earth, thereby giving life. It brings new life to the dormant seeds that is lying hidden under the earth. So the rain, brings new life in the form of the new plants, that is the new seeds that is dormant, hidden into the soil, comes to life only when it rains. Therefore, the rain showers blessings on the earth, and day and night it gives new lease of life to the life on the earth, the place that is its origin. After completing the cycle, wandering from the earth once again, the rain returns to its origin, that is the earth. Now some stanza wise. The first stanza, the poet asks the question to the rain who she is, and quite strangely the rain answers the question asked by the poet. The rain says that it is the poem of the earth. The rain gives the answers to the poet's questions, saying that it is the poem of the earth. It falls quite musically. Then it rises out of the land and bottomless sea and goes higher into the sky. There it turns into water vapor, and from water vapor it condenses into water droplets and falls once again on the earth in the form of rain. So the shower of the rain falls quite gently on the earth, and the answer that the rain gives herself is unbelievable and strange and unique to tell. The rain is in the form of the song that falls on the earth. The earth finds its romantic mood and expresses through the showers of the rain. Stanza 2, the poet says, the rain rises out of the land. It goes, or land and bottomless sea. The rain rises out of the land and its bottomless sea, goes and rises into the sky in the form of water vapor. There it condenses into water droplets and eventually falls on the earth, that is its origin. So this is the cycle of the rain that is being completed. The rain washes away the particles of dusty layers of the earth, and then it also brings the dormant seeds hidden inside the earth into life. That is how the cycle of the earth is complete. The poet is quite fascinated to see the rain answering his questions. Now, some two or three questions. There are two voices in the poem. What do they belong to? One voice is the voice of the poet. The poet is asking questions. The poet asks question to the rain, and the second voice is that of the rain. The rain answers the question. So the poet asks the soft falling shower of the rain who she is, and the rain expresses its voice and tells that it is the poem of the earth, it is the song of the earth. The water vapors in the form of rain rises constantly out of the land and bottomless sea, goes higher into the sky and turns into, water droplets and eventually falls on the earth. The rain, the music and the song of the earth comes back to the origin, that is the earth itself. The song of the earth returns with love after completing its course, whether someone hears it or not. So, thus, the poem is beautifully elaborated by Walt Whitman that rain is really a blessing to the earth, and it really creates a sense of life on the earth, a lease of life on the earth. The rain is quite strangely answering the question posed by the poet. She replies that it is the song of the poem of the earth. It is song or the poem of the earth. She rises eternally day and night from the land and the bottomless sea into the sky. In the sky, the water vapor cools down and eventually falls on the earth in the form of rain. One question is there, that is the last question. Yes, how does the rain become the voice of the earth? Walt Whitman calls the shower of the rain as the poem of the earth. It gives a new lease of life to the, scorched and parched earth. The dry earth becomes life, full of life. The rain makes the seeds that is lying dormant under the earth and brings back life to them. Rain makes the earth pure and beautiful. It actually falls in the form of a song musically. The earth finds its expression only when it showers on the rain. Therefore, this beautiful poem is all about how the rain completes its cycle and always falls on the earth as a blessing to the earth and the living beings, because it turns the whole earth into life. The dormant seeds hidden inside the earth come to life only when it rains. And so the conversation between the poet and the rain itself is quite strange, because when the poet asks the rain the question whose is, the rain quite strangely answers the question asked by the poet and says that it is the poem of the earth, because whenever the rain falls, it falls in the form of music. So it creates a sound that is just like a poem of the earth, and therefore right from the land it rises, land and bottomless sea, it rises up into the sky in the form of water vapor, condenses there in the form of water droplets, and eventually falls on the earth in the form of rain. And that is the origin. The earth is the origin of the rain, and that is how it completes its cycle. So this is all about the Song of the Rain by Walt Whitman. This is beautifully elaborated, and I am sure you must have understood the gist of the poem. Thank you very much. Have a nice day ahead.